Solution presents Spirit Seeking with Pratick.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Spirit Seeking with Pratick, only on Sound Health Solutions. I think one of the videos was dedicated to the laws of attraction, and it got a lot of views. Thank you all for that. And it also got a lot of questions. So one of the major questions that was asked was how to make sure that this law of attraction works for you. Now we have established it as a law, right? Now we need to know how it works for us. It's very simple. It's all here. It's whatever you think, how you think, what is the pattern of your mind, what is the pattern of your actions. Having said that, there are certain tips, certain do's and don'ts that I have followed that have worked overwhelmingly in my life. Let's take a very simple example. For instance, I need to attract a basketball in my life. How do I do that? It's very simple. I just sit down and I say my prayers day in and day out. I say, thank you, O universe, O cosmos, for providing me this wonderful basketball with which I can play every morning and evening. Now when I do that, I imagine a basketball, the one that I want, on my hands. Yeah, it sounds a little foolish and stupid, but trust me, it works. Alright, so I imagine that. What I also do is, I go to the nearby basketball court and imagine that I'm playing basketball with that. When I do that day in and day out, I start vibrating on a level on which I would have vibrated if I had the basketball. By making sure that my consciousness, that my being vibrates higher to when I have already achieved the basketball. It starts attracting me to the basketball and it starts attracting the basketball towards me. Now a word of caution as you practice this. Yes, make sure that you practice gratefulness, but also make sure that you do not get attached to your object of desire. I know it's very tricky, but it's fun when you start playing this game. You have to already be grateful for already receiving it, even if you haven't received it. But you also need to make sure that you do not say to yourself, hey, I want that basketball, why haven't I achieved it yet? Why isn't it on my hands already? That's a big no-no. That'll just make your goal, the object of desire, go further away. Because the universe now knows that it can play a game with you. It loves games. Secondly, just be kind in general. No. Be kind to the people you meet. Be kind to the animals. Be kind to the plants. And heck, even be kind to the non-living things, to rocks and soil and bricks and houses and walls. When you do this, what you start doing is you start emitting kind frequency outside. And whatever you emit, you receive. You'll start receiving kind energy from the universe. Now it might not be the exact object that you have desired, but I can assure you, good things start to come. I have a very fun experience with this. So I just used to sit in my room and just imagine how lovely it would be to travel. How lovely it would be to travel. Maybe go to the United States of America. Now for someone who's living in Nepal, going to the States is a big deal. I used to think, wow, the States must be so beautiful. I'm traveling in the States. I'm moving around from the East Coast to the West. And voila! In 2013, I went to the States in an all-sponsored program by the state government itself. A lot of my friends have been to the United States, but they're there to work and they're usually stuck in one state. But I went to the States for 30 to 40 days and I covered almost 6 states from East Coast to West, just as I had imagined. Secondly, I came back home to Nepal. I sat down and I said, wow, the States was so beautiful. But I haven't really traveled to the East. How lovely it would be to travel to the East. And I started visualizing myself traveling to the East. And in the East, too specifically, I wanted to visit Japan. In the East, it was one of the most developed country. Voila! A couple of years later, I go to Japan. I come back, I say to myself, I went to the States, I went to the Asia Pacific, but I haven't really been to Europe. How lovely it would be to travel to Europe. And I sat there, visualizing myself going to Europe. And voila, a couple of years later, I was in Sweden, carrying out the IYMS project, the International Youth Media Summit project. So this is how it works, you know. All you need to do is make sure that you're kind and you're emitting good stuff out there so that you receive good stuff. Now, another thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to stop having pessimist thoughts. I know, we all have that evil frog inside our head. Now, another thing to be alert of while practicing the law of attraction is to not use negative words. It's weird, but I think the universe does not understand negative words. When you say don't, no, just doesn't understand that. So for instance, if you say, I don't want that basketball, no, you'll get it. Because what the universe will hear is, I want that basketball, yes. So make sure you avoid these negative words. So these were some of the tips how to make sure that the law of attraction works in your life. If you know more tricks and tips to make the law of attraction work, the comment section is for you. And please subscribe to us and support us if you like whatever is happening here. Let's create a new generation of enlightened beings. Until next time.